Hello, guys. It's Nico in Sakluma Podcast with Talk. I'm so excited to be here today because this is another quick episode. It's not going to be episode, something short. I think the purpose of here today is to have just like I like to actually recap about what I did and what's happening and what's going on. It's the same way it is in English sometimes, like what's happened and what's happening is the same thing. For me, I think I always trying to talk about myself a lot because I'm the problem, and I'm the problem of my own problems. Okay, you know what that means? I'm the problem of my own problems. Okay, so I'm not your problem. I'm the problem of my own problems. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. I'll tell you my problem of my problems is that I get too excited a lot, man. I'm always happy because I know life is gonna be, life is too short. They always say that. But again, not every time you have to be automatic happy, So try your best to be always smiling and you know, push yourself, achieve something like you know what I mean? So last month, no, this month actually, I think I achieved a lot of things. Like I've done some very good training courses, just to I keep pumping my brain with something nice. But once I do that, then I go celebrate, I over celebrate it, over celebrate it. Yeah, get a bit of drunk. Yeah, yeah, not violent. I'm not. To be honest with you, I think I'm not allowed in some few places because not because I'm violent or something, just because people don't handle someone who's very, very excited and happy. They don't like that. And then as well, when you're trying to point things out that you're not supposed to point them out, then you become a bad person because when I'll tell you something, all the establishments, right? Doesn't matter, restaurant, pub, or whatever it is, they've got rules. Yeah, the rules is spend money and keep quiet. That's the rules. Respect other people. I understand that. And then, yeah, dance. But as soon as you start dancing or happy, they don't like that. Why this guy's always happy? Let's put misery in his face. Imagine, I get banned one time in the casino, not because just because I didn't have my ticket. I forgot, but I can't find my ticket. And I'm banned for that. Imagine that. You don't have your ticket, don't come back here anymore. But I know my bag, right? But I took it on the positive side. You know what I said? Thank God for that because that kind of place is not good for me. You know what I mean? There's so many things can happen there that can go very, very wrong. So to avoid that is to actually get banned. I'll tell you what things you avoid in the casino if you get banned. In case you gamble, you can gamble your money. You can finish all your money easily in the casino gambling. Secondly, there's some dangerous people in there. There's lots of horrible things can happen in there. And secondly, what kind of a person who wanna stay out until 6 in the morning? Think about that. Think about that. And those are people, group of people stay in the casino until 6 in the morning. They have the same mentality. I'll call it like you're always gonna be late at work. You're always gonna be sick. You're always gonna be no money. You're always gonna be so depressed. So see these things, I just said it. Thank God for that lady who said to me, you're not coming to the casino anymore. Thank you for your help. That was really, really nice of you. But imagine if I was someone else, I would have taken it on the negative side. Like, oh, our people always, oh, racism. No, it's not racism. It's just the way some people sometimes they don't like you or they don't like we do things. And then without knowingly that they're saving your life. She's saving my life. She's not hating me. She saved my life because who knows the next 3 months, 4 months, what will happen in that place to me, for example. Yeah. So, so guys, sometimes when people close their doors for you, they're actually opening the best ones. You can save money, you can be healthy, you can do some. So always think about the next step, that the positive doors that will open after that. The money you can save if you're not going to casino. The money you can, the stress, all that mingling with these other people. Do you think that I like getting drunk? No, I don't. I hate it. It's just like one of the most worst things that I've been struggling to get it out. I don't drink all the time, but when I go out, I go out. And I want to be honest with you. But it's something that I do, but I hate it. I don't know why. It's like You know those things that they stuck within your life and you don't want them, but they're always there. That is when I said I'm the problem of my problems. I think that makes sense, right? So those kind of things, I'm very good when it comes to fight. It's called habits, bad habits. I'm easy, man. I can quit anything anytime. But drinking, it's like I don't drink much. Let's call it, it's the only socializing mechanism I have. Like I'm not gonna go somewhere like go and sit there, drink water. It's not the same mood. So maybe what I need is the control of how much socializing, how much do you need to get actually to that space where you don't come to be a problem of your problem. I'm working on that. I'm sure there's lots of people out there also struggling to control one thing to another. But when it comes to a story like the story I just said about they ban you or they said you can't come to this place because whatever reasons is, take it positively because think about the things you can avoid in those places. you know, things that can save your life, things that can save money. You know what I mean? So that is a positive about that for me not allowed in the casinos. I think that's the best thing ever in my life. Of course, sometimes I want to be part of the community, like with friends, wherever I go and stuff like that. But honestly, I think it's a good thing for me that happens. And that is my recap for what happened last last week or last month. So I have some. I won't say negative. I think that to me that's the best part. That's the best thing happened to me. And then secondly, you achieve that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to do less problem to my problems. Okay, I think that is really fantastic. A recap about my life, what happened last week. So we're gonna move on to something great that we need to. The things that are coming up, I'm gonna be doing. So we'll go. I'm just waiting. I'm praying to God that there's a group I'm going to be working with on the festival in Edinburgh Festival, starting this Friday actually, and we're still waiting for the visas to be confirmed. And our show is supposed to start on the 12th to the 24th. So we still got a week or two, still got almost like 2 weeks. So something can happen, we can get this visa signed in, then the boys will be here, then the show start, and then it's kicking off. It's a family show. It's gonna be like acrobatics and stuff like that, and me in and out, do some stand-up comedy and do some jokes there or storytelling, something like that. And that is the other thing I'm looking forward to for August. And then after that, I'll go and visit my friends in the Highlands and then yeah, come back. September, I'll start the uni and then I'll be doing the fantastic course. I love so much to do. And yeah, so life is looking good so far. Looking good so far. So it's quite great. So yeah, I think, um, and the podcast as well, it's the Criminal Talk podcast. It's got a lot of followers now, lots of people listen to it. And that's another thing that I'm proud of. And I should be working on it every day. So now I'm working to get some guests to start a new episode that we need to be looking at our communities and what that diverse mean to you, things like that, and how can I get how can we get other young people to engage with younger people on a community basis. I'm talking about Africans. In Scotland, we're not really engaging enough with the locals. But it's easy to complain about things, but we're not actually engaging properly. Then we'll end up claiming that, oh, we are not welcome. But there's no evidence on that. But I think there's more work to be done to get people to work together and live together, especially young people, because that's where the problems start. So if we can get that actually done properly by talking on the podcast as well engaging the young youth in person and stuff that I think that's what will be actually the next topic looking at. Yeah, how can we do that and raise awareness in other issues that matters in our communities. Is called alcohol and drugs and isolation. And yeah, so I think we've got a lot to work on, and there's a lot to be done, especially on the podcast, because the freedom of speech is here in front of me. I just have to know how to use it. And yeah, I think that's the best. And I'm looking forward to the Edinburgh Festival. I think that's going to be unique this year. And yeah, it's always every year is different. But this year, I've got this feeling we're going to have a big show. It's going to be wonderful. And I'll keep you guys updated as soon as we get everything in place. And then see you there. And go to www.wetalk clubpodcast.co.uk. That's a website to find more episode there on their website. And yeah, thank you for listening.